Normally, I'd advise you to take a leap off that ledge, but at the moment, I find myself in need of aid. Don't think you'll get anything out of it, though. I certainly won't teach you anything. Damned kobolds is what. Poison spear to my leg and it's begun to fester. There are things for it, easy to gather myself. If I could walk. Foul stuff. I never touch it. The natural course of healing's best, if you ask me. I'd be grateful, but don't expect any wisdom or a fine-crafted gift. Hermits have little to give. I'll need spider-sack ichor, fenrack from the canyon below, and grist from a Jotun's cookpot. Can you get me those?
First, he made the river in the arc of the great snake-tail. When that grew tedious, he turned his attention to the cliffs, the dunes, the depths.
What, you surely ask, is such a well-heeled Praetorian doing here among the dust and brambles? Removing the tarnish from my name and solving the Jotun problem. The old Ragnar has died, and his successor is stirring the embers of war. But he's too clever to openly provoke the Warsworn, so he's attacking gnomes instead. That will not stand. I have a plan to settle this, but it requires someone of both delicacy and grit. Yes, I think you do. First, we must find some new and better enemies for the Jotun. Go into Tirskotter Mine, southeast of here, and steal the clan totem from the kobolds that dwell there. Then return to me.
The carver made by the morning what takes the cycles centuries to shape. He bored holes in the red marches and chiseled the spine in the Ulcerund. Echoes rang through the canyons of Menethir. He gouged the hollow lands and then left it barren.
Sworn to war? Rumor has it the Jotun are preparing for war.
iron-fast Warsworn. Here, you will find dust on our helms and scores on our blades. We believe in action above finery and show. If you seek work, supplies, or shelter, they are yours. This is the Detir bastion of the Warsworn, and I am its Castellan. It is a hard, harsh country, well suited to the life of the Warsworn. Gwyn's been here for several days, nearly turned our library upside down. I hope she found what she needed there. You need not be Warsworn to take contracts. The board is in the South Wing. Ask Adrith about it if you like. The Warsworn have been many things. The tale is told on the walls and the tomes in this very keep. What we have always been are bold, unflinching fighters. We have a blacksmith and quartermaster. Both are in the South Wing, that way.
Shield sister. Sworn to war.
We stand by our Castellan.
Sworn to war.
Down to the last pledge shield.
They rush about as if their destinies did not stretch out before them, clear and immutable. Poor fools.
What have you got for old Fargil the healer today? A nice spider bite? A punctured lung, perhaps? Do come again.
The Warsworn are more than just warriors, you know. They have a history full of heroes and great deeds. But I'm sure you've heard the old tales of the First Sworn. Everyone has.
Polished armor means you haven't used it yet.
Seen the job board? Don't need to be Warsworn to take on those.
Dust, dents, and scars.
Sworn to war? The heights of Menetier are thick with Joffrey. We see few and...
My poor old master had but one dying wish, that his prize blade, the one on the wall, be mended. Some days I dream that I'll do it myself. Then I remember, I'm a poor untrained apprentice who can barely forge a soup spoon. Why, that's Haldabeer's blade. It's famous, from the Fey Wars. My old master always said he'd fix it right again. Might have, if he'd lived. Now it just hangs on the wall, taunting me, reminding me of all I'm not. Repair the sword? Not likely. There's one man living who can, and he'd rather eat nettles and stare at the sky than raise hammer to anvil. You can find the hermit smith yourself, up in the Menetier Heights. But don't expect much. Really? You have? Don't think you could talk him into mending that blade on the wall, do you? If he would mend that blade, I'd be delirious. Were he to stay here and finish my training, but I don't dare to dream so much at once.
I'm quartermaster here. Tell me what you need and I'll see what I can do.
The heat's as deadly as the Jotun and the spiders.
Yes? Now who's this? I've grown so used to the same few drifters coming in for supplies and the contract board. A fresh face is a welcome thing. It's right beside me. The work's open to any and all. When a contract's done, they come to me for their pay. Oh, you want that contract, do you? Now you guard these ghastly things closely. Mind you, they're not suited for combat. They're for surgery and unnaturally sharp. Oh yes, well you'll need to collect the required number of spider stingers from spiders in Menethir. You won't have much trouble finding them, they're all over, which frankly is exactly the problem. Sworn to war.
You have the remains of the hammer. It is... I should have expected this. It was forged in the Hall of the First Sworn. It must, I think, be reforged there. The hall is not far, only... I don't know what to do when we get there. The hall lies south through the canyons. Meet me there. Yes, Time is short. The Hall of the First Sworn is south and east through the canyons. Meet me there when you are ready.
Shield, sister?
Speak your mind.
Shield sister?
Oathblade.
Finally, the carver rested. He grew a mountain crowned with clouds by the river, and leaned against its side to sleep. Ages passed, and the sand settled into his work, and all the land was still.
Well, well, well. Never seen your face before. Can't say I like it. Listen up, Dogface. There are 2 rules in Bone Town. Number 1, Mayor Eswin's law is absolute. Number 2, if you don't like rule number 1, then you'd better get your ass out of town. Now go meet the mayor yourself. He likes to know what the kobolds kick in from the wastes, especially with the families running wild. Listen to that. You're fitting in pretty well already. I'll see you around Whitestone, Dogface.
Yeah?
Good day. You're probably wondering what I'm doing here. Well, if you're fond of a good story, lend me your ear. I won't disappoint. I'll try to keep it short, even though I've got all the time in the world for embellishment. What did I do? Nothing. I just happened to bear the name Darkvari, a crimen up a tier in these trying times. The mayor's blade seized me at the gates of Odessa. Here's the trick of it. I was leaving home, slipping free of my familial bondage. I'm no thug. I am guilty of but one crime only. Stealing a girl's heart. Her name is Hrindi Zungar, and at this very moment she waits for me with no word of my whereabouts. Please, stranger, will you help me? I knew I liked you. From the moment I laid eyes on you through these enormous iron bars. Getting the key won't be easy. Bjorn, the head of their mercenaries, carries it on his person. I wouldn't want to be the one who has to rifle through his pockets. Bjorn's men are ridiculously loyal. Try to catch him alone, out of the friendly eye. If you don't, our little agreement will end up rather short-lived.
Hey! You're not supposed to be sniffing around over here. Go on, get. Let me work.
Rattlesnake was a vain and ugly creature. He crawled in dark places and avoided the other desert animals. He was lonely but refused to act like it. One day, while sitting under a rock and wishing to be happy, he saw a desert runner sprinting past. "Wait," it called to the bird. "I have a favor to ask of you."